I think we're good. It just says stop recording, so I think we've got it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We are so excited that you're able to join me and Kinsey tonight so we can talk to you all about what coaching is. My name is Sarah Kaufman-Bradstreet, and I started coaching almost 4 years ago, and it wasn't something that I was exactly looking for, but I'm so glad that it came into my life. Along with being a Beachbody coach, I'm also an elementary music teacher, and I love my job, but there are definitely things that I don't like. One of the things it's not actually a really stable job. And I've worked at the same school district for 15 years, but leading up to coaching, I had been bumped around from school to school, and my hours would be cut almost yearly. I still vividly remember the 4th time I was told that my hours would be cut and calling my husband again, crying and wondering what we were going to do. And I knew that it was going to be, we were going to be living paycheck to paycheck again. Fortunately, that year, I actually found a full-time position in the district, and I applied for it, and I got it. But it wasn't a job that I really, really wanted because it was at a school that was really tough. So in my 2nd year at that school, Beachbody coaching found me. Actually, my husband found it for me. He heard about it on a business podcast and told me all about it. And I was like, no way. I'm too busy as a full-time choir teacher, I told him, and it's not for me. And then I stopped and I listened to the podcast, and I was so curious, I decided to Facebook stalk the coach that I heard on the podcast, and I joined one of her challenge groups, and I was hooked. I think that I signed up as a coach like 5 days into that challenge group, and I just loved the idea of building a business that was all about helping women hit fitness goals. I was doing the same thing, and it took away the stress finally of my hours being cut because I finally had a job that I was in control of. So I hopped in and I decided to go all in as a coach. And you guys, I went in with pretty low expectations. I was just hoping to bring in a little extra money for my family to go out to dinner once in a while and do a few extra fun things. But within 6 months, I was actually making enough money to do our car payment. And then a year into it, I was actually making enough to pay our mortgage. And now I'm actually a part-time music teacher, and it's by choice this time. It was just my 3rd year. This is actually my 3rd year as a part-time music teacher, and I only work 2 days a week now. So it's so awesome because I actually have this freedom to be with my kids if I want to do things with them at school and go on field trips, and I'm still making the same income I would if I was a full-time teacher. It's amazing to me that this actually fell into my lap the way it did, and that I decided to actually go for it. It was not an opportunity that I really even knew existed. Now we're going to pop over to Kinsey so she can tell how she fell into coaching.
Well, I am glad that the opportunity fell into Sarah's lap, and our stories are similar but also very different in how we became Beachbody coaches. So I had followed Sarah on social media actually after finding out that I myself was having twins because I knew she had twins. We had known each other years prior, but just kind of reconnected on Facebook. So I joined my first online accountability group with Sarah when she posted about it on Facebook. And it was like a hot for the holidays online boot camp kind of thing. And so I was curious. So I reached out to her. And just to give you a little bit of background about myself and where I was at the time in my life, I'm a twin mom, obviously. I'm a wife. I work night shift as a labor and delivery nurse. And at the time I saw Sarah's post, we had just relocated back to Oregon after living in Maui for about 9 years. My twins were 2. And after having twins, I was just like murdering myself at the gym. I was lugging 2-year-olds back and forth to the nasty gym daycare. I was not happy with my postpartum twin body even 2 years later. And I just felt stuck. I'd lug them to the gym, and then they'd call me out to go change a dirty diaper, and I was paying all these fees to have them in the daycare, and I just wasn't getting any results. I felt stuck. I wasn't happy. I was tired all the time. And I just saw her post, and I just thought, what the hell? Like, I might as well reach out because what I'm doing now is not working for me. So when I first joined Sarah's group, I was actually really reluctant still, even though I was the one that reached out to her. I really hated at-home workouts, and there was no way I was going to do this shake thing she was talking about. So I decided to sign up for the cheapest DVD option that she recommended. Not that money was an objection for me, but just that I was, again, reluctant, and I didn't know what to expect. But I decided I was going to dive headfirst into this group thing that she added me to because I needed something, and I needed something to change. And obviously I had great results physically. I ended up losing 12 pounds in my first 40 days of her challenge group, and I had more energy than ever. And most of all, I had this rock star community of women that were just like lifting me up and supporting me the whole way, as well as Sarah as my coach. And that's something I really didn't expect going into this. I thought, and my goal was just to lose some weight and feel better about myself. But I found this amazing community. And after moving back from Maui, after living there 9 years, we moved back to my hometown. I really just thought I would pick up with like old friendships and relationships and pick up where we left off. And I thought I'd have this strong support system here, and I didn't. It seems so silly, but it was really hard to make friends and reconnect with people. 9 years is a long time, and people's lives change and people move on and are different people too. So I felt like I was stuck in this work mom life bubble, and I was having a hard time connecting with people. So what I found in this group was really friendship and community, and that's really what drew me in, as well as my results, obviously. So after doing my first challenge group, Sarah did approach me about coaching, and she said, gosh, you love these challenge groups. You do so great. You're so encouraging and motivating. Have you ever considered being a coach? And I was like, no. I was so busy, you guys. My schedule was crazy. I hated the idea of MLMs and network marketing. It just put a bad taste in my mouth. And I had a Facebook, but I didn't really share much. I wasn't open and out there. I shared like with friends and family pictures of my kids. But I didn't really, besides being active as a kid, in sports, I didn't know anything about health and fitness. I wasn't a nutritionist or an expert, and I thought no one would take me seriously, and it was kind of embarrassing, even the thought of doing something like that, to be honest. So after her persistence, after her persistence and me saying no over and over again, she sent me this call, similar to this one, a recording of these girls talking about coaching, and I just thought, you know what the heck, if I'm going to keep doing these challenge groups anyway, because I love them, I love the community, I might as well earn enough money to pay for my Shakeology, or maybe even a little extra money on the side for my family. So I just decided to go all in. And I don't know what it was about that timing that I thought it would be a good idea to start a business or do something like this, but I just felt like I needed to. So that's really how I got started as a coach. But I want to back up a little bit and talk about what is Beachbody and what is Beachbody coaching exactly, because that's what we're all here to learn. Well, Beachbody is, obviously, if you've heard of, I don't know if I can mute the other line, Sarah, or if you can, but if you've heard of any of the the at-home fitness programs, Beachbody is the company behind the most common and popular ones: Insanity, P90X, 80-Day Obsession. You've probably heard of these or maybe even done them yourself. They also have amazing nutritional products like Shakeology, which is a high-protein superfood shake filled with tons of vitamins and minerals. They've got other performance products, and just a great company that puts out quality products because their mission is to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives. And then what we do as coaches is we connect with people who need help with their workouts. We get them set up with a workout program that will fit in their life, their fitness abilities, their time restraints. We get them plugged in with quality nutrition with Shakeology, clean eating meal plans that are portion controlled and super simple and family friendly. And then we have that support, that peer support for them as their coaches. That's on a lot of the times the missing component for people when they start a fitness journey or a weight loss journey. They don't stick with it because they don't have that accountability and someone helping them through when they get down on themselves and feel like they can't keep going. So that community we have, I've mentioned it a couple times before, are challenge groups or online fitness communities. And these are groups where, again, we help motivate and support one another and keep each other on track towards our own health and fitness goals. So that's really the cut and dry gist of what we do as coaches. It's pretty simple, but we're going to talk about a few more things here. So I'm going to throw over to Sarah really quick. So take it away.
I'm going to talk next about one of my favorite topics to talk about, because it was one of my biggest fears when I started, is that you don't have to be a fitness expert or a dietitian, and you don't have to have a beach body, which was something that I was just freaked about because I do not have a beach body. I've always struggled with just being about 10 pounds over my supposed goal weight. And one thing that I knew though is that I love fitness. I love to run, and I loved fitness classes at the gym, and I love at-home workouts. I loved them even before I did this. So I knew that my passion part was there, and that was one thing that I knew was going to take me pretty far, that people would feel that passion and that people would want to be on this journey with me anyway. I also knew that this is going to be something that was going to help me get to my goals. So, and I really, besides doing fitness classes, I didn't know anything about fitness. I can't make workouts for people. That's not something I went to school for. But what I love is that you don't have to be an expert, because Beachbody actually lines it all up for you. Beachbody makes it so with every program, you get the workouts lined up, and they tell you exactly when to do workouts, what workouts to do to get you the best results. So as a coach, we're just working in those challenge groups to give our people the motivation they need, which is what I feel like is what people are really missing. Anybody can Google a workout, and anybody can Google healthy recipes, but what they're missing then is that motivation and that accountability to actually stick to it. So along with the programs, the workouts that we have, Beachbody actually designs a meal plan for every single workout that they put out. So if you have somebody that loves kickboxing, we have a program for that, and then they log in, they see all those workouts, they see the calendar that they're gonna follow, and then they actually see the meal plan that they're gonna follow. And then our job as the coach is just kind of to guide them and help them with that. Anytime a new program comes out, all the information is there for us as coaches too. And we get to do a little bit of research even before the program comes out. So as we're inviting people to a challenge group to do a new workout program with us, we know a little bit of the knowledge of what it's going to take, so we can tell people, yeah, this is a great fit for you, or, this might not be a good fit for you because maybe the workouts are longer and this person's looking for a shorter workout, or that you're looking at the meal plan and it is a little bit more detailed and this person's saying they need quick, simple nutrition. So I just love that with Beachbody, that you just don't have to be that expert, and you don't have to be a certain body type either. Beachbody actually encourages us to be ourselves and actually go out there and tell people our story and how these programs have affected us, because nobody really cares that there's a workout program out there. What people really connect with is you as a person, and then they want to work with you because they're excited that you're the person that's going to be motivating them. So I'm going to pass it over to Kinsey now, and she's going to talk about another thing that I know was a little bit of worry for me and was a really big worry for her when she first signed up.
Yeah. So apart from, like I said, not knowing anything about health and fitness and being reluctant because of that, probably my biggest objection when Sarah approached me and I told her no over and over was that I just had zero extra time, you guys, which no one has extra time these days. Our plates are packed, especially moms. I feel like we just do it all because that's our job. And for me at the time, like I said, my twins were 2. I commuted over an hour each way to my job that I really did not like at the time. And I also decided to finish my degree on a bachelor's degree online. So my husband thought I was crazy when I decided to do this, but like I said before, I just felt like it was something I needed to do for me, and I was willing to make it work. And what Sarah shared with me in the beginning is that I could do this business in the cracks of my day. Literally my nap time hustle, when my boys napped during the day and it was my days off, I would sit at my kitchen table and just work. And I enjoyed it every second, and still do, because I get to connect with people and help people. I would do my workout. I'd post on social media a little bit, and it was just fun. I just found time within things that I used to do, maybe that were time wasters, like watching Real Housewives. Now I still watch Real Housewives, but I was able to find things that were maybe time wasters, cut those out for a little while. I woke up a little extra early before my kids, hustled at nap time. I really didn't do much in the evenings because that's family time for us. And in that first 6 months and year, even when my business was really growing in the beginning, that's all that I did. And Sarah just gave me a step-by-step way of making it work. And that's another time saver that we do for you guys. When you do sign up to be a coach, we give you everything you need to know to be successful, and we're going to align what actions you need to take with what goals that you want to get out of it. Not everyone's looking to quit their full-time job or to earn a full-time income. Some people just want to earn a little extra money on the side for their families. So we're going to align the steps that it takes to get there with that goal for you. So you're working smarter, not harder, kind of a thing. So it's just something I like to talk about because it was such an objection for me when I first, Sarah first talked to me about coaching. So just know you don't have to have a ton of extra time. You can make it work on any schedule, no matter how busy. I work night shift and I sleep during the day, and life was crazy and I still made it work and still do. So I'll throw it back over to Sarah. She's going to talk a little bit, like I just mentioned, posting on social media, because I know that's something that makes people a little bit nervous sometimes. So I'll throw it back to her.
So I was so excited about this business because I could run it online, and I knew it wasn't something that I was going to have to do home parties for, or, go to ask my friends to host parties at their house for me, and all that kind of stuff that I know sometimes is a little bit of a hesitation with people. But I was also super nervous about this being an online business, because at the time I wouldn't say that I was online savvy, like Facebook savvy, or I didn't even have Instagram at the time. Like, I kind of thought it was just something for my middle school students to do, I was like, are adults even on Instagram? So I did find out they are, and now I really, really enjoy it. But I actually learned from my coach how to go about posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, and putting myself out there as a coach, but telling my story as a coach, telling my story about how I'm using these programs and using the different supplements they may have, and just making it fun. That's one huge thing too. I was nervous about making my Facebook page like this storefront that was just blasting products, because I was like, man, those people are kind of not my cup of tea, and I don't want to be that person. So I was like, oh, and my coach really worked me through that. And another thing is, Beachbody actually trains you on that too. Every single week there's a training call for all the coaches. And as they pick up on things with social media that are new and exciting, or maybe can help us with our businesses, they actually tell us. So there's no secret keeping, and there's no anybody saying, like, I was a little bit worried about that. Like, other coaches might not be helpful, but there's none of that. So if you see a coach doing something on Facebook or Instagram, you can totally be like, hey, how are you doing that? And tell me more so I can do it too. And I just love that community. I know there can be a huge anxiety too about coming off as really salesy. And one thing that me and Kinsey are huge believers of, and all the other coaches on our team too, is telling your story first and putting the product second. People are going to come to you because they see you working out, they hear you talking about it, they see you getting great results, they see you talking about your challenge group, and they're like, what is this that you're doing? Tell me more. If you're just putting up their different products, that's not going to work, and that's not how we're going to train you to do it. And you'll just never feel like you're being left behind with anything as you're going through as a new coach. So I think that I'm handing it over to Kinsey now.
Yeah. All right. So the down and dirty, what people want to know is, how much does it cost to get signed up? How do you make money? Yada, yada, yada. All the good, juicy stuff, right? So literally, what are the requirements to be a coach? Well, the requirements are, there is a monthly coach fee of $15.95. I'm going to say $16 because that's easier. $16 to be a coach. That's it. You pay that fee, and they cover, Beachbody covers different things like your website. They handle all like the back office stuff of credit card handling and all that. So you don't deal with any of that. You don't stock products, all that stuff. They take care of all of that, behind the scenes stuff. And that's really what that $16 a month goes towards. There's no sales requirements to be a coach. If you simply sign up, pay your $16 a month, you just sign up and you automatically get 25% off all the products. And a lot of people do just sign up as what we'd call a discount coach, someone who wants to still enjoy the products but not really be an active coach, and they're welcome to do that. They can sign up for $16 and get that 25%. But if you are going to be a working coach and you do want to make an income, you do earn 25% commission on anything you sell. That includes workout programs, products, anything. And then if you do decide to take your business to maybe at the next level, and kind of start to grow a little bit of a team, you will start to earn commission from your team as well. So you earn your own 25% commission, and then off the volume of your team, you earn money off that too. You'll also be qualified for different bonuses and things as you achieve different ranks in your business. To get signed up, it's $40 to sign up as a coach, or if you've already ever purchased a challenge pack, which includes Beachbody On Demand and some kind of nutritional product, there's no coach fee. So if you're already a current customer and have signed up with one of those, literally it's free to sign up as a coach. You just pay your monthly coach fee. And Beachbody also very much appreciates military families and military people who serve our country. And so they actually offer no coach sign-up fee for military families, or no monthly coach fee as well, the $16 or the $40 sign-up. So if you're a active military person or military spouse, you can literally sign up as a coach for free and get that 25% discount. But that's the down and dirty about, the money side of things, because we want to cover that too. But I'm going to pass it over to Sarah. She can talk a little bit about trainings, challenge groups, and all that good stuff.
So if you're ready to hop in and you're kind of wondering what happens next, we're going to set you up with first a challenge group if that's something you've never done, because it's really important that you do an online challenge group so you can kind of see what that's all about and work through a program and try Shakeology, try the supplements, and so you know about it. Also, putting you into a challenge group is a way for you to invite your friends and family to join you. And that you can even get people started with you at that same time if you're just ready to go for it and you're all in. Then we will also pop you into an online training that our team has created. It's really simple for you to go through, and you'll be learning all the ins and outs of running your business. And going through that training, you can ask Kinsey or I or any other coach on our team really what you need to know and any questions you have along the way. So we really set you up with every single thing you need to know. And if you are feeling like this is something you want to do, I just have to say, then you should just go for it. Because I know for me, there were a lot of hesitations, but it kind of just kept nagging at me. It's something that I should just try. So I decided to go for it. And I kind of decided I'd go for it for 6 months to a year. I wasn't quite sure there, but I was like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to see what I think, see what I can do with this. And when I first talked to my coach about it, I told her, I was like, if this business could bring me in $300 extra a month by the end of a year, I would consider it a win. And she told me on our first call with each other, she's like, you're going to be making more than that by the end of a year. And I was kind of like, yeah, we'll see. But she was totally right, you guys. And by the end of the year, I was making easily, I was paying our mortgage. So it's like $1,000 a month probably. And that was a huge blessing to our family. And it still is. And now it's able to cover some of my teaching salary. And it just has afforded me more time and just so many amazing things. And that it's a business built on helping people. And there just couldn't be anything really much better than that. So that's all I have for tonight. I was going to hand it over to Kinsey for one last thing. And then thank you all so much for hopping on the call, though.
Yeah, like Sarah, I really had low expectations when I initially signed up, but I did think it would be a great opportunity to just get in incredible shape and help others and earn a little extra money on the side. But after 6 months in as a coach, I actually was able to make enough money to supplement my income to go part-time in my nursing job and move to a hospital that was much closer to my house, so I had no more commute. And that in itself was such a huge thing for our family. You guys, it makes me emotional talking about it, because I felt like that 6-month mark is really where I saw things start to change, and when I really believed in coaching as a business and as a job. Because even though I sacrificed a little bit of time in the beginning, getting up early and working during nap times, I was able to give my family more of me, more of my time, more of my energy, more of my time with my kids, more time for date night with my husband, all because I was really willing to make a few sacrifices for 6 months. That was it. And I loved it every step of the way. Mm-hmm. What was I going to go on to next? See, I get emotional and I lose my train of thought. So anyway, just now what this business has done to me in the last, almost 4 years is nothing I ever could have imagined. What I earn, the people I've met, all of it. I mean, people will tell you these things and it's really hard to believe until you're in it and you're here. So, I just decided at the time I was going to go all in for a year, and I'm so glad I did, because now, like I said, 4 years later, here I am, and I still have the opportunity to just help so many people. So what I just want to close with is my question for you guys who are maybe thinking about coaching, maybe whoever sent you this recording, or if you're watching live with us, I want to ask you, what really do you have to lose by becoming a coach? Because if you sign up, the worst thing that could happen is that you get in killer shape and you meet really awesome people, even if you don't earn a dime, and you get a discount, right? Who doesn't love a discount? But really, like, that's, when you put it in simple terms, that's really what it comes down to. Worst case scenario, you get in great shape and you meet some cool people. So I really encourage you to reach out to the person that invited you, talk with them more, ask them other questions you have. But I just encourage you guys to just go for it. I was not in a place in my life at the time at all to start a business. My husband thought I was crazy. So he still thinks I'm a little crazy, but for different reasons. All right, you guys, thank you again for jumping on with us. We appreciate it. I know everyone's time is so valuable. So thank you for taking your time to listen to this, and reach out to the coach that invited you. And thanks again.
Thank you.